Yo, people, welcome back to a new video on the Big Steph channel, and today we're talking about Arsenal versus Chelsea in the Premier League. Big upcoming game for both clubs, so why not talk about it? Let's go.
Stuck inside a maze, I've been up for days. Cartings on my face, no, you can't see a thing. But I see all the hate, and the fake ass niggas talking in my face. But I cannot be phased, I gotta be brave. Provide for the fans so they don't have to slave. Mom told me behave, but I'ma wild out till a nigga in the grave. I'ma wild out till a nigga in the grave. I'ma be a great
Arsenal versus Chelsea. Big London rivalry coming up this weekend. I have a few Chelsea fans. Wish I could got them on today, but unfortunately can't do that. But let's talk about this game. Arsenal coming into this game and Chelsea coming into this game on a bit of mixy form. Let's just say that. For Arsenal's last 5 games, we picked up 1 win in our last 5, and we're winless in 4, with obviously the Leeds 4-1 win, 3 straight draws against Liverpool, West Ham and Southampton, and then the 4-1 unfortunate defeat to Man City. And then Chelsea's last 5 results since Frank Lampard has come in has been a defeat to Wolves, 2-0 defeat to Real Madrid, 2-1 defeat to Brighton, 2-0 defeat to Real Madrid, and a 2-0 defeat to Brentford. Lampard is winless so far, pointless in his first few games back at Chelsea, scoring 1 goal, conceding 9. Arsenal scoring 12, but conceding 12 as well. So both teams can't keep a clean sheet to save their life. And Arsenal can score goals, but Chelsea clearly can't score goals. Chelsea have been having problems all over the pitch this season in terms of personnel problems, not having a striker, injuries all over the park, changing in between managers, Todd Boehly this, Todd Boehly that. It's been an absolute mess this season at Chelsea, which is 1000% the reason Arsenal cannot lose. I repeat this, Arsenal, you cannot lose. Please do not lose this game, because as much as Chelsea normally give Arsenal fans hell for winning European competitions and doing this and doing that, this is probably the worst Chelsea team I've ever seen in my entire life. They're in 12th. They haven't picked up, let alone, they barely even scored a goal in the last, for this whole season. They barely even scored any goals this season. I think Martinelli has outscored them in the month of April by himself. Saka probably outscored them in the month of April by himself too. We need 3 points, especially to keep us in the title race. Keep us in the title race is kind of a loose term, because technically we still could win it, mathematically we still could win it. Fulham show that there might be hope coming on to later in the seasons where teams are fighting for their life down there, but I don't know. We have to see. We have to see what the luck gives us. But in the last 5 games Arsenal have played against Chelsea, Arsenal have won 4 and Chelsea have won 1. So the last 5 results read like this. Arsenal with a 3-1 win at home in December 2020. Then we win again in May 2021. I think that was the year Chelsea won the Champions League. We really did double over the European champions. Haha, take that. Then the next season started. The season is where Arteta had a bad run of form. We lost 2-0 at the Emirates. But then later down the season, Nketiah with a heroic performance coming on to the back end of last season with a 4-2 win at Stamford Bridge. And then this season we obviously won there 1-0 with a Gabriel goal. Now, in that time, we just finish off the stat. In that time, we scored 9 goals and Chelsea have scored 5. So we have, in recent history in the Premier League, had a good results against Chelsea. But you know, it's a London derby. It's always Chelsea versus Arsenal. You always get that mixy kind of game. Sometimes, like, going into this game, I'm 1000% confident we can beat Chelsea. However, though, with the run of form we've been on, I'm hoping the lads' heads aren't down in the dumps about the Man City result or the last 4 results in general. I want the lads to dust itself off, come back, work hard, and please pick up 3 points against this Chelsea side. And as you know, it's going to be tough tough for Chelsea because for Chelsea, they have Reece James out with a thigh injury, Cucurella out with a quad injury, Mason Mount out with a groin. They didn't specify the Mason Mount injury. They just said groin, hip, pelvic injury. I don't know specifically what that is. Chelsea fans, you can leave down below what you think that is, or what specifically it is. I just read up. I didn't see anything specific. And Koulibaly's out with a thigh injury. So that's massive, especially defensive options missing for Chelsea. Even though Koulibaly hasn't been good this season, it's still bodies that Chelsea do not have. For Arsenal, obviously, the obvious three names are out: Tomiyasu, Elneny, and Saliba. Still no update on Saliba. Saliba was confirmed out by Arteta himself. So we should not be expecting him back anytime soon. But I'm still very confident that we could beat the Chelsea side. Chelsea haven't scored a goal in ages. The last goal was scored by a deflected shot by, was it Conor Gallagher? Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy for Chelsea this season. But let's just talk about Arsenal's perspective. Predict this 11.5 for Arsenal. Ramsdale in goal, obviously. You have Ben White at right back. The two centre backs are going to be obvious: Gabriel and Holding. Then left back, again, same thing as last week. It's a toss up at left back again. Do you go with Tierney? Do you go with Zinchenko? I think Arteta is going to go with Zinchenko again. Would I like to see Tierney? I don't know, because against West Ham, I thought Tierney was... Or was it West Ham or Southampton that Tierney played? I think it was the West Ham game. I think it might have been West Ham. But the game that Tierney played, when fans were calling for him to start, I thought he didn't really cover himself in too much glory, you know. I mean, he didn't put a foot wrong, really, as far as I can remember, but I didn't think he did anything to earn his place back in the team. Just to put it that way. I don't think he did enough to win back a starting 11. Does Arteta trust him and put him back in this week? Maybe, who knows? We'll have to see. But I'd go Zinchenko left back, midfield. Even though Partey has had a shocker in these last couple of weeks, we have literally nobody else. And I'm not playing Jorginho against Chelsea because we have a history of getting these Chelsea rejects, and they love giving it away against Chelsea. Let's talk about Petr Cech in the Europa League. Let's just Willian, David Luiz. I can go on. I can go on. But so for that, play Partey in the midfield. Xhaka's back. I would like to see Xhaka playing his normal role. And then, even though I thought Odegaard was poor in the City game, play Odegaard again because Odegaard is our captain, our leader, and he's been one of our best players this season. So trust Odegaard to go again in that midfield spot. You know, here where it's tricky. The front three: Martinelli and Trossard. Martinelli is our top scorer this season. But since Trossard has been dropped to the bench, we haven't won a game. No, that could be for a variety of reasons. That could be... It clearly isn't for a lack of goal scoring. We still create chances. We still score goals. We scored 12, like I said. But I think Trossard just gives us that flexibility, that mobility. And I don't know if Trossard comes back into... I would like to see Trossard come back into the team. But I don't know if you take Jesus out, keep Martinelli in. But I don't know how you make that dynamic work. But me personally, I'll give you my prediction, and I'll give you what I want, and then I'll give you my prediction. What I would like to see: Saka on the right, Trossard through the middle, and Martinelli on the left. I thought that was the game that comes back to mind seeing that front three is Fulham. Fulham away. That was probably the most majestic attacking first half I've seen this whole season. We played a lot of brilliant stuff this season, and I thought that first half against Fulham was peak Arsenal in terms of creativity, creative chances. And you know who was at the heart of that? Trossard. A hat-trick of assists in the first half alone. What a player Trossard has been. What an absolute baller Trossard has been. And he got an assist last game, even though it was a consolation goal and it was nothing but that. I think I think he spent enough games out of the squad that he deserves to at least come back in from the start. And if we need Jesus against Chelsea, we could probably go like that. We could probably come and do that. But I would like to see Trossard start somewhere in the front three tomorrow. But what I think is actually going to happen is the same front three we've been seeing: Saka, Gabriel, Martinelli. And I've been thinking about this lately too. How would you guys rate Arteta this season? Because I think Arteta has done well, but I just thought key moments, especially coming down to the back end of the season, I just think sometimes in-game management, substitutions, and not changing it up tactically has cost us a lot of points. Well, not a lot of points, because we only lost 4 games, but has cost us points in key areas this season. You could look at the 3 draws, but you could also look at the loss against Everton. Especially playing Fabio Vieira especially starting Fabio Vieira against Southampton. I thought Fabio Vieira wasn't good at all that game. But I just think in key moments this season, we've lost the plot a lot this season. We nearly lost the plot at Bournemouth, against Bournemouth this season at home. If it wasn't for a wonderful Reece Nelson goal. There's been times this season where Arsenal have let in a few goals, and like I've always been saying, we started off very solid at the back this season, and slowly but surely as time has gone on, we keep conceding too many goals, and it's starting to kill us. It's really starting to kill us this season. But yeah, I just hope that possibly we can see Trossard come in. I'd like to see Trossard come in because I think he brings that mobility, that movement, that eye for a pass to play in the 2 wingers, and also eye for a goal because he could use both of his feet. And I think that is a brilliant, and he can use both of his feet. He can dribble, he can shoot, he has an eye for a pass. I think that is going to give us that added creativity, especially we've been missing to get key. I mean, we score goals, like I said, we score goals, but I think there's a little bit more, that little bit more impetus sometimes on the ball that sometimes Odegaard might not be able to do or get, or sometimes that Jesus might not be able to bring in terms of his dribbling. Yes, Jesus is a good dribbler, but is he a better dribbler than Trossard, especially when he has to drop deep and bring the ball forward and break the lines that way when there's a man marking Odegaard? It might be tough. It might be tough. So maybe Trossard might be the answer for this, or maybe it might be another answer. It's up to Mikel, but that's my prediction for the starting lineup. But to just end the video, score predictions. I predict this game is going to be a little bit intense, but I do think Arsenal are going to score the first goal, and once they score the first goal, it's either going to be the floodgates open, or it's going to be probably a nervy night. I'll go for the fact. You know what, I take that back. Chelsea actually don't concede a lot of goals, especially this season. Even though they've conceded 1 or 2 and they've lost the game because they don't score goals, the defense hasn't been that bad. They've conceded less than us in their last 5 games than we have. So, and I think they've conceded less goals than us this whole season, which is absolutely mind-boggling because we were top of the league all season and they're in 12th. Just goes to show you how bad we've been at the back. Low key, it's flown under the radar for a long time how bad we've been at the back. But what do I think is gonna happen? Predict 2-0 Arsenal win, and I'm so confident. I'll predict goal scores by Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard. That's my prediction, guys, for this game against Chelsea. Leave down below what you think about the side. Who would you like to see come into the squad? How do you feel? Trossard or Martinelli? Trossard or Jesus? What do you think about that? Who do you think should start at left back? Do you think we should make any changes formation-wise? Chelsea fans, how do you feel missing key players like Reece James, Cucurella? That's both fullbacks, starting quality fullbacks, even though some of y'all prefer Ben Chilwell. Those are starting 11 fullbacks for you guys that you don't have this game. Mudryk. Also, I forgot to talk about Mudryk. That's a big thing in this derby. Gonna be Mudryk. It's gonna be interesting to see if Mudryk gets any games. We'll see. But I predict 2-0 Arsenal win at home against Chelsea tomorrow. Are you ready? Come on, you Gunners. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And we can talk later. Peace.